What if your skin isn't the problem, but the messenger? If you've ever dealt with eczema, acne, hives, sudden flares, phantom itching, or that cringy goosebump covered feeling you can't explain, this episode will land in your body before it lands in your mind. In episode 36 of The Soul Contract of Healing, we explore why the skin becomes the voice when boundaries were never honored, how inherited anger and unspoken truths show up in the tissues, and what your nervous system has been trying to release all along. This isn't about fixing your skin. It's about finally listening to it. Stay with me. Your body has something important to say. Welcome, beautiful soul. I'm Marci Lubore, and this is Natural Healing at Your Fingertips. I'm here to walk beside you, not as someone who has all the answers, but as a guide who has listened deeply to the body, to ancestral memory, and to the quiet intelligence that lives beneath symptoms. This space is for sensitive, intuitive women and men who know their bodies are speaking and are ready to listen with compassion instead of force. Everything we explore here is invitational. You are always in choice. You can pause, soften, or return later if needed. Now, let's begin together. Take a breath with me before we begin. Allow your shoulders to soften and allow your jaw to unclench. We are not here to fix the body today. We are here to listen. What if your skin isn't breaking out? What if it's communicating? What if eczema, acne, hives, rashes, cysts, boils, moles, phantom itching, flushing, tingling, goosebumps, or unexplained flares aren't signs that something is wrong, but signs that something is finally trying to leave? What if the itch that arrives out of nowhere, the hives that surface during stress or detox, the heat that rises across your chest or your face when you feel exposed, the sudden wave of goosebumps, or the flare that appears when emotions surge are not random at all? What if these are real issues in the tissues, the skin doing exactly what it is designed to do? The skin is not passive tissue. It is alive, intelligent, responsive. It breathes, it releases, it protects. Sometimes it itches when something wants to move, but can't. And sometimes it burns when anger has nowhere else to go. Sometimes it tingles when truth lands faster than the mind can process. And sometimes it erupts when toxins, emotional or physical, are being pushed out through the fastest exit available. Sometimes the skin speaks when you were never allowed to. Your skin is not overreacting. It is overcompensating for what you were taught to endure quietly. Beautiful soul, your skin is the oldest storyteller in your lineage. It carries what your mother could not say, what your grandmother endured silently, and what you learned to hold in your body instead of your voice. For sensitive women, intuitive, empathic, legacy-led women like you and me, the skin becomes the spiritual fence post, your sacred edges, as I like to call them, the place where the body finally says, this boundary was crossed. This truth wants to surface. This is somatic healing. This is trauma release through sensation. This is ancestral memory leaving the body without needing the story first. And in the Soul Contract of Healing, this is the episode where we honor the truth that erupts through the surface when silence has run its course. Welcome back. Welcome deeper. Welcome to episode 36, The Skin Remembers. Your skin isn't reacting to the world. It's revealing the world you had to adapt to. Did you ever think about that? It's a good plot twist. Make the time and create a sacred space where you can go inward and contemplate and heal yourself. Before we move forward, let's pause for a moment. Notice your skin right now. Not to judge it, but just to feel it. This is where wisdom begins. Your skin erupts when your truth refuses to stay buried. If the skin is speaking, the next question isn't what's wrong. It is, what happened that never got resolved? Let's follow the thread beneath the surface. Here's the energetic root of skin symptoms. It involves our lungs and boundary injuries. The skin does not act alone. It is intimately connected to the lungs, the organs of breath, grief, expression, and release. The lungs are designed to let things go, not just carbon dioxide and physical toxins, but sorrow, shock, and the words we never got to say. When the lungs cannot fully release, when your breath is shallow, when grief is held, and when truth is swallowed, the skin often becomes the outlet. What could not move through the breath begins to move through the surface. And this is why skin symptoms often accompany grief, stress, anxiety, emotional suppression, and periods of physical or emotional detox. Sometimes the itch is breath asking to deepen. Sometimes the rash is grief asking to move and make space. Sometimes the flare is truth asking for air. And layered beneath this, in your lineage, someone wasn't permitted to have anger. Someone wasn't allowed to say no. Someone wasn't allowed to name injustice. And someone learned that survival required silence. This is how trauma becomes stored in the nervous system and tissues and passed forward right through our DNA. What you call sensitivity may actually be ancestral awareness without permission. Ever get that cringy feeling on your skin? That sudden wave of tingles, goosebumps for no obvious reason, a shiver that runs across your arms or down your spine or down your legs through your feet? That full body no that arrives before words do? These sensations are not random. They are messages. Your skin is richly innervated. It is wired directly to the nervous system, to memory, to intuition, to threat detection, and to truth recognition. When your skin tingles, your nervous system is saying, pay attention. When goosebumps rise, the body's responding to something meaningful, resonance, recognition, fear, awe, or truth landing in the tissues. Sometimes it's protection, sometimes it's confirmation, and sometimes it's an ancestral echo waking up. That cringe feeling on the skin often appears when something is misaligned, a boundary being crossed, a truth being ignored, a situation your body recognizes as unsafe, even when your mind tries to stay polite. And sometimes those goosebumps are the opposite. They rise when something is deeply true, when words land in the body before they land in the mind, when remembrance ripples through the nervous system. Goosebumps are not weakness. They are sensitivity filled with intelligence. Your skin reacts because it knows. In the soul contract of healing, we don't override these sensations. We listen, because the body always speaks first. If your skin reacts, something real just touched your truth. Now that you know how clearly your body speaks, it's time to give it a way to let go. We will move from sensation now into touch. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver meridian system is the keeper of anger, vision, clarity, and righteous protection. There's 14 points of energy on this liver meridian that starts at the nail bed on the inside edge of your big toe and runs up through your leg and your groin, and it ends up at its final point, liver 14, just below your breast on your rib cage. And the final point is liver 14, classically known as cycle gate, the place where the liver completes its work before energy must either move or speak. This point lives beneath the ribs, guarding the threshold between what you feel and what you are finally ready to express. The cycle gate is the alarm point of the liver. It is like the last day of the year, the final moment before the body says, I cannot carry this forward anymore. And because of how this point shows up again and again in the bodies of sensitive women and men, and those who have carried too much for too long, I have come to call liver 14, cycle gate, the last day gate. When the last day gate becomes sore or tender, it is often a sign that the liver has been working overtime, trying to dilute, process, and metabolize anger, frustration, pressure, betrayal, and the unspoken truth faster than your life has allowed it to release. And when this point aches, it is an alarm from your liver, the body, saying, this is the last thing I can hold. It's like releasing the final day of the year, clearing the ledger, closing the cycle, laying down what does not belong in the next season of your life, and beginning anew. When this system of energy becomes congested, the body often begins to speak through the skin. Moles may form where injustice was witnessed, endured, or simply normalized. Truth marked, but never spoken. Cysts and boils can arise when betrayal and anger have been pushed down for so long, they demand a forceful exit. These are not random events. They are pressure points of history. Not to punish you, but to protect you, to return you to yourself. Because when no one protected you, your skin tried to. This is why the skin becomes more than a physical boundary. It becomes your sacred edges. The place where the body finally learns to say, this is where I end and where another begins. Your skin is not the enemy. It is the boundary you were never taught to hold. Let's pause here. Let this question land gently. Where did I learn that staying quiet was safer than being true? Notice what your skin does as you ask. Mine got a little tingly in my arms. Now let's locate this release point together in a way that feels simple, intuitive, and grounded in your body. You can do this one hand at a time, or if it's safe for you to do so and not driving, you can place both hands on the body together at the same time. So you choose what feels most supportive for you. The easiest way to find liver 14 cycle gate is this. First, gently locate your nipple on your breast. And now allow your fingers to fall underneath your breast and fall 2 ribs below that point. This should bring you directly to the liver's channel's final gate point. From here, place your thumb on that portion of the rib that's directly under your nipple. It might actually be a little bit sore. Then let your index and middle fingers rest along the edge of the rib cage, just beneath this point. So you're kind of sandwiching this area between your thumb and your fingers. And as I mentioned, sometimes this point is sore. You can gently massage here in a slow circular motion if that feels good, or a soft press and release kind of rhythm, or even a very slight gentle pinching of the tissue, as if you're inviting the area to wake up and let go rather than asking it to change. When we access points of energy, stimulating them becomes an activity of either asking the body to empty what is full or fill what is empty. And the body is so divinely intelligent, it just knows. So you are subtly dipping into this sensitivity. And you may feel the expression of sensitivity from liver 14 sitting just above the edge of the rib cage, where emotion and breath and pressure tend to gather. This area often feels tender, full, or it may even be slightly swollen when the liver's been working overtime, trying to keep up with what you've been carrying. Remember, liver 14, or the last day gate, the last place the liver can hold before it signals enough. So let your touch be kind. This is not about forcing release. It's about allowing the body to finally exhale. And as you massage this point, let the breath move between your fingers. And quietly say inward, this is where the old cycle ends, and this is where I begin again. Stay here for a few breaths and allow whatever wants to soften. Every time you touch this point, you rewrite a story your lineage once believed was permanent. You didn't inherit anger. You inherited the silence around it. And now let's integrate this practice. Let this question meet your body. What would change if my body no longer had to protect me through symptoms? From a scientific perspective, puffiness reflects stagnation, slowed lymph, braced fascia, restricted breath, and circulation reduced by suppression. And puffiness can form right over this place in our upper abdomen. Energetically, stagnation occurs when truth has nowhere to go. And when a boundary is swallowed, the body absorbs it. And when anger cannot rise, it pulls outward. When emotion cannot move, tissue swells. Puffiness is not random. It is the body saying, something wants to move. Something wants to be known. And something wants to return to truth. Puffiness is the body holding what the voice could not yet release. And a lot of times, we feel very uncomfortable when our body feels puffy or swollen or filled with fluid, and especially in our abdomen. And now I'll tell you about freckles and beauty marks and being seen. Not all markings on the skin come from pressure. Some come from visibility. Freckles and beauty marks, especially on the face, often appear where identity, expression, and essence live. They can reflect a lineage that learned to adapt to being seen, sometimes safely, sometimes not, leaving light on the surface rather than tension in the tissues. Not every mark is a wound. Some are remembrances, and beautiful ones. And there's a layer I've always held sacred. When I see freckles gathered around a baby's ears or necks, I've always said this: those are the places where they've been kissed by the angels. Before the world asked anything of them, before survival patterns formed. Those freckles aren't from pain, they're from blessing. Some markings arrive not from what happened, but from what was promised. Some markings aren't wounds, they're blessings that arrived early. So notice them. I'm going to share with you an essential oil that truly is an emotional boundary reweaver. You may not have heard of it before, but it is absolutely beautiful. It's called Blue Tansy, and it carries a fragrance that feels both unexpected and deeply comforting. It's a soft paradox that senses recognize immediately. Its aroma opens sweet and lightly fruity, and then it unfolds into like a gentle floral heart of the tone. And it's grounded by cool, like herbaceous undertones, so it's got this depth to it. It feels deep, and you drop in. And if you've never experienced it before, imagine stepping into a quiet garden just after dusk, with the air still warm, the sharpness of the day gone, and there's a ripe sweetness in the air, soft, a calm floral note that lingers. And beneath it, a cooling green freshness, like crushed leaves between your fingers. Though distilled from a very bright yellow flower, its scent feels deep, velvety, and the color is actually twilight blue. It's a reminder that transformation reveals a truer essence beneath the surface, even in this flower. And breathing it in feels like the moment your shoulders drop after you finally said what needed to be said. Place a hand over your heart and imagine indigo blue wrapping gently around your ribs. My skin no longer carries what my voice now honors. And now that we've listened to the skin and we've met the edges, we've allowed what's been held to begin loosening. Now the body is ready to receive, not through analysis and not through effort, but through nourishment. So I'm going to bring in the ritual of our tea. And when healing moves inward, it needs warmth and rhythm and gentleness, something the nervous system recognizes as safe. Drinking tea is a way of strengthening your boundaries from the inside, while soothing the tissues that have been doing the hard work of protecting you. The tea I want to bring in as a ritual today is nettle tea, calendula flower, and spearmint. It deals with heat, boundaries, and nourishment at the level of your cells. And the way I like to make it is to heat a pot of water to just below boiling and place 1 maybe tablespoon of nettle and a tablespoon or so of the calendula petals, and 1 teaspoon of spearmint into a teapot or just into an infuser. And then pour the water over the herbs if it's an infuser, and let them steep for 10 or 15 minutes. If you brew it in a pot, just take it off the heat and put the lid on it and let it steep. And as that tea brews, when you pour it in your cup and you wrap your hands around that mug, I want you to inhale, I receive nourishment, and exhale, I release what burns. Nettle strengthens internal boundaries from the inside. It's like roots reclaiming their ground. It is deeply nourishing to the body and to the cells. It's laden with vitamins and minerals and amino acids, and it's really a good nourishing, strengthening herb to include in a ritual. And calendula is a yellow flower that comes from the pot marigold. I like to use dried calendula flowers and the petals, and it's soothing to inflamed tissues inside and out. It can be used in teas to calm the inner aspects of ourselves, and it can be made into a salve that's something that you spread onto your skin, and it's often used in formulations made for babies' bottoms because it's so natural and it is a beautiful thing to nourish the skin and keep it healthy. And spearmint, I think we all can imagine spearmint. It's very cooling. It cools emotional heat and clears the mind. I always encourage adding a drizzle of organic honey for the natural sweetness and all of the goodness that imparts into the tea as well. As you drink this tea, whether you're imagining it in your mind or you've brewed it on your own, let each sip remind your body, I am safe to be seen. I am safe to be sovereign. I am safe to be me. As the warmth of the tea settles into your body, something begins to soften without any effort at all. The gut loosens, the breath deepens, the edges relax. This is the moment when sound can do what words and touch cannot. Frequency works beneath thought, beyond memory, directly with the nervous system and the emotional body. We're taking in frequency around us all the time, through sounds and music and even a wheel rolling. We take in frequency from everything. Even a blade of grass puts off a frequency. And if we listen closely, we just might hear it. Now we invite vibration, not to push anything away, but to gently reorganize what has been held back in truth. So let this sound meet you where you are. I'm focusing on the frequency of 852 hertz today for gut softening and for boundary reclamation, the level of your skin. And as the warmth settles into your belly, your nervous system becomes receptive. Notice the 852 hertz in the background. And let this sound move downward from the chest into the gut. And notice the softening and the unclenching and the exhale you didn't realize you were holding. This frequency dissolves inherited invasion. It clarifies our boundaries and it restores your original truth. This is where courage returns, not forcefully, but simply honestly. And as you breathe into your truth, and as you sip your tea, and as blue Tansy's imagined indigo wraps softly around your field, as the cycle gate loosens beneath your ribs, and as your gut softens and finally exhales, there is one question, a sacred, revealing question that rises naturally from this moment. Ask yourself, what truth is trying to rise to the surface through my skin? I leave you with that. What truth is trying to rise to the surface through my skin? And where is it showing up on my body? And when does it show up on my body? And in my closing reflection, I would like you to envision luminous skin and reborn boundaries, your sacred edges. Imagine your skin shimmering with luminous gold, your sacred edges clear and intact, knowing where you end and everything else begins. your gut relaxed, your breath free, your cycle complete. Ready to begin. The last day gate has finally been released to start anew. This is not chaos. It is cleansing. It is remembrance. And it's my way of looking at it. So take from it what you desire and leave the rest. And as we close today, notice what has shifted. Not just in your skin, but in how you understand your body. Because when we listen closely, we begin to see something essential. The body does not betray itself. It learns to protect in the only way it knows how. Autoimmunity is not self-attack. It is an ancestral trauma carried forward, a system that learned to stay hypervigilant, to defend at all costs, even when the threat is no longer present. I mean, think about it. A brand new baby arrives whole, complete, without suspicion of its own body. That innocence is not erased. It lives as a soul memory in the DNA. And when the immune system turns inward, it is often responding to inherited experiences of betrayal, invasion, or unsafe attachment. Patterns pass through generations, womb to womb, until the body learned that survival meant constant defense. In our next episode together, we go deeper into this truth. Episode 37, When the Body Turns on Itself. Healing, Autoimmune Imprints, and Rebuilding Trust. This is an invitation to restore a relationship with your body, to soften the inner guard, and to remember the original blueprint of safety you were born with. Your body has never been the enemy. It has always been remembering how to protect you. And now it's ready to learn how to trust again. And I will meet you there. I invite you to come back and listen to the guided meditation to support this episode. It will be released in the next few days. And for now, if you haven't done so, click the Shift from Stress to Bliss link in the show notes and receive my guided audio meditation using the calm point on your wrist. This truly does turn chaos at any moment into calm in 60 seconds or less. And beautiful soul, may I count on you to help make this mission, the Luminous Healing Network, around the world? I hope so. Share this ritual with one person you love. If each of us learns one ritual, if I had 1 million people who wanted to download my point for calm and share that with just one more person, we would touch 1 billion people and show them how to turn chaos into calm using nothing but natural healing at your fingertips and love. Make time for yourself. Create space for your self-care. I'd love it if you come along and do it with me. And let's heal ourselves together. When you heal yourself, you heal humanity. We are one. You are the movement, and you are always the medicine. In healing, I will stand on this soapbox. Healing is the new rebellion. With love and gratitude for being here with me on this journey, be blessed. I'm Marci Lubore, and I'll meet you here next time on Natural Healing at Your Fingertips.